Idiot Radio, taking it to the edge and back.
Everybody, thanks for listening to the Triple B Experience. I'm your host, Bad Bubba Brewer. I just want to give you guys a little bit of insight about me, what makes me tick, what really gets me going, and what cools my jets when need be. Hey, I love professional wrestling. I wrestled for 17 years. And also, I'm a huge Steeler fan, and I've collected comic books all my life. So I'm going to talk about the stuff that I want to talk about. True experiences that are entertaining, and we recant them stories to you, the masses out there in podcast land. Join me on this crazy journey called the Triple B Experience.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Triple B Experience. I'm your host, Bad Bubba Brewer. This is the 8th edition, episode, or whatever you want to call it, for this podcast. I got a lot of things going on in my personal life, and I'm just trying to get everything done. I'm trying to get this podcast in. So bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. I just want to thank everybody for hitting the Facebook like page, the Triple B Experience page. I have over 500 likes, so I want to give a hand and shout out to everybody that hit like. Thank you very much for all your support. This is not an easy gig, trying to promote yourself, and I'm not as popular as I think I am sometimes. So... anyway, I got a lot of stuff going on, like I said. My personal life, instead of buying a wrestling company like everybody keeps asking me, hey, Bubba, you still got your wrestling ring? Well, hell no, I don't have my wrestling ring. I sold it. Sold it to Troy Fritz, who sold it to Justin Strickland. I kind of wish I would have kept it, but where the hell would I ever store the damn thing? So that would be very expensive. So I figured something is way more expensive than... doing and promoting a wrestling company. It would be, putting your head down on a pillow every night and call a place that you call your own. So that is my biggest adventure so far in my life, trying to get the T's crossed and I's dotted on this thing here. Me and my other half are embarking on another chapter here, and I can't wait until we move in to our place and I set up a downstairs game room that only I can think of, because I have a lot of memorabilia, independent wrestling, Steelers football items out the yin-yang. My comic books will be in a secure place, will be awesome. My movies, the biggest thing now is trying to get stuff in boxes and wait for the deal to be finalized so we can get in as quick as possible before the winter hits. And it's a nice place, and it's closer to work. And my job, God bless it, gave me the opportunity, and I worked my ass off to get to where I'm at today. And I'm going to keep working my ass off in this podcast and everything that I do from here on out. That's just the way I am anyway. But I figured buying a house is way better than buying a wrestling company and losing all my money and living down by the river. So, on that note, I'm trying to work on... I went to the doctors a couple weeks ago. I'm getting a little older, so I got to take care of myself. So I'm back on eating right, no processed sugars, and no, high carbs like potatoes and pasta and all that crap, no bread, and try to shed some weight and do slowly, watching some YouTube videos on how to do some stuff, try to eat right. Tammy's helping me out with that, and I just want to get more healthy because I am older, and I don't want to be walking around with a cane. So I'll be shedding some weight, and I can still drink some recreational beverages during Steelers season, which I will be doing that. And speaking of Steelers season, ladies and gentlemen, this Sunday I was asked by Shaq, who's a big-time patron and also worked at El Patty's at a time. I don't know if he still does. But he contacted me, and he's like, hey, Bubba, how would you feel on doing something at El Patty's? And I was very, very honored, and I'm like, well, sure. I could do that. So this Sunday, September 9th at 12 o'clock, noon in downtown Indiana, Pennsylvania. Yours truly, Bad Bubba Brewer, or Bubba Brewer to many. Some people don't know I wrestled. Some people don't. I'm going to do Black and Gold, celebrate the kickoff season at El Patty's. Marty, I talked to Marty. He's going to have beer specials, and the steak dinners are phenomenal there. The food is great. It's downtown Indiana. It's a very historic bar in Indiana. It housed the rugby team for many, many years. They had the Sugar Cup events there, and they do get busy from time to time, but I think the economy and the bar businesses are not as good as it used to be, and I'm out of the bar business, so I don't know, but I'm going to give a shot of insulin to some social environments, because I remember, and they asked me that because one time a long time ago, I did the Black and Gold Club at the old Rose Inn. It was owned by Steve and Joe Fry. And that was, it was $25 a head. You got a beer on the house. You had a membership card. You got it punched every time. And we had a party at the end of the year during the Pro Bowl, which at that time I wasn't there because I was doing a Dr. Tom Pritchard camp in Massachusetts with Dr. Feelgood, and I could not make the party. But they had a great party without me, but I did have 65 members. And that's something that I am very honored to do and done. And it was great. We got sweatshirts, for the members. And everybody watched the Steeler games there, and that's what it was. It was a nice time to watch Steeler games at a local bar. And that's what Al Patty's is trying to do at their place. So I'm going to do a Facebook Live because I don't have enough equipment to do, the high-tech stuff as of yet. I'm just gonna throw the darts and hit a bullseye and see if people will come out and hang out with me and have a couple drinks and cheer on the Steelers as they beat the living bejesus out of the Cleveland Brownies. So, just if you're not doing nothing, ladies and gentlemen, and you live in Indiana County area and you want to hang out with me, drink a couple sarsaparillas and watch the Steelers pound the living bejesus out of the Brownies, come on up at 12. At El Patty's, September 9th. I'm very honored to do this, and hopefully I can do more, and hopefully it'll transcend and get bigger and bigger every time I do it. Because there's sometimes I can't do it because I have to work and I can't get off every weekend. That I just can't do that. But also I got asked to help out with the Homer City football teams and do their announcing due to my lovely podcasts. People must like my voice. So I'm going to give that also a try coming up this Saturday for the midgets. I'm just helping out, and then I'm going to try to do the junior high stuff next week and help out and see if I can do some sports announcing as only I can, and I'll keep the swearing down to there won't be any swearing, ladies and gentlemen, when I do that. I can't do that, and I won't be doing that. And I'm trying to curb the F words and the F bombs on this show because I would like to get a little bit more out there, and I can't be doing Sam Kinison, Andrew Dice Clay stuff all the time, and I have to clean up my act to actually be a positive force in what I'm doing because I'm also trying to help out with charities. I know Steve Montgomery asked me to do some stuff on my personal Facebook on a girl who has cancer, and they're having a lot of charities throughout Indiana County for her. So it'll be on all my Facebook stuff. I'll help promote it and talk more about it when I get more information and do stuff like that for anybody that has any stuff to want to send me. I'll be more than happy to post it on my personal site and my Triple B Experience site. And Tammy also started a discussion group about my Triple B Experience on that site. She got 600 and some members. Not everybody is going to be chit-chatty on it. People are probably like, oh my God, Bubba, leave us alone. But I'm trying to get the word out and trying to spread the word. So I have that going, and I'm just trying to take my personal Facebook is more personable. It's more about me and Tammy going out and stuff than talking about the Steelers and comic books and wrestling and TV shows and movies.
that will go to my Triple B Experience page. So if you guys aren't getting any of that stuff, like, oh my God, Bubba's not doing anything, it's just, it's motivational stuff, and it's about him and Tammy going out to eat. Where's all the Steeler stuff and wrestling stuff? You got to hit like and go to the Triple B Experience and do that way. So I'm actually, just trying to get more stuff promoted, trying to build it, trying to cultivate it and see where it goes from there. So I just know that it's a lot of hard work, and I'm all about hard work because I'm getting promoted on idiotradio.net. I'm getting on iHeart, SoundCloud, YouTube, iTunes. So you guys can catch me on my show, the Triple B Experience, on all those sites. So please, hit like, share it, give me some ideas. I'm also going to have the people that ask me to, do interviews. I'm still going to do that, but in the process of in between residences, I want to build a studio at my new place, and I like to have some people come in if they would. And I'm also going to try to get some video stuff hooked up so we can do some videos. And whatever I can do to be entertaining, I'm going to do just that. So everybody that says they're in for the interviews, I haven't forgot about you guys. I have a list, and it's all walks and personalities of life. Doesn't have to be in the wrestling business. Doesn't have to be anything. But I know who I talk to. I got a list, and I will work on that. If you guys can't make it to my house once I get the studio, we can do it by the phone, and it'll be interesting, and it'll be something a little bit different, and I can start plugging more podcasts, as Steelers season erupts, ladies and gentlemen, and go from there. So I just want to, once again, thank everybody for supporting me. This is a lot of hard work, and this is a very, roller coaster ride that I'm on, and I got the ticket. I paid the guy at the park, so I'm ready to go. But I'm also just want to talk about, in this episode, I want to talk about the Steelers, because it is 2009 season, 2019. 2009 was a good year, too. That's when they won the Super Bowl. That was the last time I was a season ticket holder also. Because I'm doing this stuff without any script, ladies and gentlemen. I'm doing this on the fly because I like to talk. And if people know me, know I like to talk. And I can talk about any topics except for politics, which I will not get into. But I want to talk about the Steelers, wrestling, life experiences I had in wrestling, and also into the Steelers stuff. I had some experiences and also opportunities that have transpired as of late with my podcasting, doing a show at Al Patty's and also helping out with the Homer City football teams. So, ladies and gentlemen, enjoy the ride. We will be back for more Triple B Experience because I'm your host, Bad Baba Brewer. The Triple B Experience.
We'll return after these messages.
Battaglia Home Inspections, the only place you need to go for pre-purchase, pre-list, or general home inspections. Battaglia Home Inspections is available to discuss how our services can meet your needs. Our impartial and experienced inspectors can help you make an educated real estate investment. Pennsylvania State Certified Real Estate Inspectors, servicing Beaver County, Butler County, and surrounding areas. For more information, go to BattagliaHomeInspections.com or give them a call at 724-987-3770. Vapor Connection in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Premier vaping lounge and proprietor of vaping supplies. We carry everything from mods and accessories to the widest selection of e-liquids in Pittsburgh. Visit our shop in Blawnox and sample e-juice from America's best suppliers. Vapor Connection, Pittsburgh's premier vapor and shop lounge. Vape easy at the Vapor Connection. For more information, go to VaporConnectionLLC.com.
You're listening to Idiot Radio, taking it to the edge and back.
For all your heating and cooling needs, service, and installation, contact our friends at Complete Comfort Heating and Air Conditioning. 412-513-3001. Doesn't your family deserve complete comfort?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Triple B Experience. I'm Bad Bubba Brewer. So now it's 2019. Football season, NFL football season will be kicking off this Thursday. And the Steelers are done with their preseason. They ended up 3-1. And that's pretty good because that Packers game, they just got totally outplayed. And it's preseason, and honestly, I really don't care about preseason because it's already done and over with. But I do like seeing some young talent perform and actually make the team. So actually, we're going to go through and actually did some cuts. And the biggest cut that they terminated was the second-string quarterback for the last 5 years, 4 or 5. I think he was 6 and 7. I don't know. No, he was 6 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. I think he played a couple games in sporadic for when Ben got hurt. And that guy I'm talking about is Landry Jones. So they cut him. They made Joshua Dobbs second, right behind Big Ben, and then Mason Rudolph got that spot. So realistically, there were some cuts on the 1st of September. Like I said, Landry Jones was one of them. Safety Nate Burr was another one. They released Matt Wow, running back Javon Franklin, running back James Sanders, running back Fitzgerald Toussaint, who fumbled the ball in Denver that playoff game. The receiver Trey Griffey, son of Ken Griffey. Receiver Quadre Henderson from Pitt. He didn't get to what he needed to do in the punt returns. And receiver Trevon Jones, tight end Bucky Hodges, tight end Ferrara McKeever, another tight end Christian Scotland Williamson, I think that's that rugby player, offensive lineman Lars Graham, offensive lineman Patrick Morris, offensive lineman Oneo Manoa, offensive lineman RJ Prince, also cut offensive lineman Jake Rogers, also offensive lineman Chris Sugaler, and cornerback Brian Allen. He was tall. He was 6'3". I thought he would make the team based on that. Cornerback Deshaun Phillips. Cornerback Makik Reeves. Cornerback Jamal Summers. And I'm surprised that they cut linebacker Keon Adams. And linebacker Matt Jamamolis. Linebacker Ferriton Huagan. Defensive lineman Parker Colton. And defensive lineman Joshua Frazier from Alabama, which was very surprising, but he just didn't make the cut. Defensive lineman Greg Gilmore, defensive lineman Levon Hooks, defensive lineman Casey Sales, and defensive lineman Kendall Vickers. That was the cuts for 2018 Steelers camp. They didn't make the team. Maybe they make it somewhere else. I know. And they also, on December 9th, they waived receiver Patterson, receiver Marcus Tucker, offensive lineman Joseph Cheek, safety McKeith Golden, who hurt his leg at the last preseason, and linebacker Keith Kelsey. And they placed Eli Rogers on the PUP list. I don't know. I'm not a big sign. I'm not real happy about that guy. And they re-signed Nate Bray on the 3rd. And they placed the linebacker Ole Adayajani, who had James Harrison number, who was actually a force in the preseason. I kind of like this guy. Hopefully he gets healthy and he can make some kind of something, maybe on special teams, or maybe crack the second-tier lineup. But they also signed Trey Edmonds to the practice squad, and they released Javon Franklin from the practice squad on the 5th. But they also acquired on 8/27, they acquired Ryan Switzer and a 2019 6th-round draft selection via trade with the Raiders in exchange for a 2019 5th-round draft selection. So hopefully Mr. Switzer can get the punt and kick returns, going so we don't have to use Antonio Brown. So that would be great because we don't need Antonio Brown getting hurt at all. So they're playing the Cleveland Browns this week, and I'm going to go into the Steelers depth chart because that's what I do here at the Triple B Experience. It's Steelers season, and we're going to talk Steelers for the rest of this podcast, because that's just the way it is. So, an offense on the depth chart, we have starting receiver on that side, Antonio Brown. He cannot be hurt. He has to produce, since we got this situation with somebody sitting at home who doesn't want to sign a contract. And his backup is Justin Hunter. And the third guy in that rotation is Ryan Switzer. Okay, left tackle, Hanajala Venezuela. I just massacred his name, and I'm so sorry. I must be, sometimes I can't pronounce stuff. But also, his second backup is Chukwuemeka Owakafa. Oh my God, I'm killing this stuff. Left guard is Ramon Foster, coming back from injury. And his backup is B.J. Finney. The all-pro center is Marquise Pouncey. His backup is B.J. Finney. Finney cannot get hurt this season because he is the linchpin and backups on that whole offensive line. Right guard is the all-pro David DeCastro, and Matt Feeler is his backup. Right tackle is Marcus Gilbert, and his backup is Zach Bruce, the Hulk Banner. I just had to add it in there. Tight end is Vance McDonald, if healthy. He's got an ankle injury. When I went down to training camp, he was hurt that day. His backup, and when they do a double tight ends, will be Jesse James. And also behind them is Xavier Gimble. Running backs, who's starting but is not in camp right now as we speak, is Le'Veon Bell, who's sitting at home. So, speaking on Le'Veon Bell, he's sitting at home. He doesn't want to sign. He hasn't come into camp as of yet. He's sitting at home doing whatever. Last year at this time, he was in camp at this time. He had a nonchalant kind of game against Cleveland because they took him 4 games to get ready. Maybe at this podcast he will sign, but as of right now, he is not signed. So I just know he's sitting at home. Maybe he's rapping or something. I don't know, because he wants to rap. And somebody wanted me to do a rap, and I'm not very good at rapping because I do sing Elvis. But I figured since we were talking about Le'Veon Bell, and I'm not happy, he's not going to be a Steeler no more after this year. We're just going to have to deal with it. I'm going to go with James Conner and the platoon of running backs that we have. And if we don't have Big Ben behind center anyway, it doesn't matter who we have running the ball. That's just my opinion. But I know Le'Veon Bell is sitting at home in his big-time mansion because every game he does not play, he will not receive $800,000. And $800,000 is more money than I'll make in the next 40 years of my life, ladies and gentlemen. I know I'm not an athlete. I like to run my mouth, which I'm doing right now on my podcast. But $800,000 would just be bank for me. Oh, my God, it'd be awesome. But anyway, he's going to sit at home as of right now. He's going to be greedy. He's going to be like, I don't want to be run the ball 400 times. I don't want the wheels to fall. They're going to run him till the wheels fall off, ladies and gentlemen, if he does sign. Because they know they're not going to be able to sign him because he's not happy because Todd Gurley got that big contract. So he's whining and crying about it. So we'll see. But maybe he's sitting at home doing a rap in his studio. Like I'm sitting here in the studio right now. And I've never, like I said, I've never rapped before. I try to sing. Nobody will let me sing in their band because I can't remember any tunes because I've had a concussion. But anyway, this is going to be my rap. This is my Le'Veon Bell rap. You know what I mean? So I need a beat. I'm Le'Veon Bell. I'm Le'Veon Bell. Didn't sign my contract yet. So all you Steelers fans can't go to hell. I think I'm a great running back and a rapper too. I'm worth $75 million. How about you? I'm a rapper. I'm a rapper. I'm Le'Veon Bell. I'm a rapper. I'm a running back. I'm a rapper. So I'm dapper. And I just want to be. 10 years from now, this will pass.
Steeler Nation will tell me to kiss my ass. You know, because I'm Le'Veon Bell. I'm a running back, not for sale. Okay, people, that was my crappy rapping tune of my Le'Veon Bell. So he must be making millions out of that. So maybe I can do stuff like that. I did that on the fly. So, oh, someone's calling me. Oh, wow. Someone's calling me during my podcast. Oh, wow, you hear that? Oh, yeah. Empire Strikes Back, the #1 movie of all time in my life. Woo! Love it. Love it. But anyway, we're going to get back to the depth chart. Okay, because I'm done rapping. Okay, so behind Le'Veon Bell, if he ever gets in, is James Conner. Running back from Pitt. Conner had a great preseason. Jalen Samuels, rookie, 5th-round pick. Had a nice plays down there when I watched him in the exhibition game against the Titans. Fullback is Roosevelt Nix. Hard football player, will make some blocks. Our quarterback, my quarterback, the guy I love since he got drafted. I am one of the biggest Ben Roethlisberger fans you have ever saw. So it's Big Ben, right behind Marquise, under center. Joshua Dobbs is the second. And Mason Rudolph, the rookie, is the third one in the quarterback linkage. Landry Jones is gone. And on the other side, receiving is Juju Smith-Schuster. Great season last year. His backup is James Washington. And the third guy in all this is the special teamer, the old #1 pick from the Raiders, Darius Hayward-Bay. Made the team again. So now I'm going to defense. Defensive tackle, Cameron Hayward. Right behind him is L.T. Walton. Nose tackle, Javon Hargrave. And who made the team, which is I'm very surprised, is Dan McCullers. Defensive end is Stephon Tuitt. Behind him is Tyson Alonoa. T.J. Watt. Linebacker. And behind him is Anthony Ciccarello. Middle linebacker is John Boswick, that we just signed from the Colts this season. I don't know about him. And behind him is L.J. Fort. And behind him is Matthew Thomas. Right linebacker, middle linebacker is Vince Williams. And his backup is Tyler Medikevich. Right outside linebacker is Bud Dupree. And his backup is Anthony Ciccarello. Left cornerback is Joe Hayden. Behind him is Mike Hilton. And Cody Sensabaum is behind him. Free safety Sean Davis. Nate Bray, who they re-signed. And Marcus Allen from Penn State. Glad he made the team. Strong safety Morgan Burnett from the Packers. The rookie Terrell Edmonds had a nice preseason. And behind him is Jordan, no respect, Dangerfield. Right corner is Artie, the long-lost kid of Brian E. Burns. And behind him is Cameron Sutton. Nickelback is Mike Hilton. Special teams punter Jordan Berry. Kicker Chris Boswell, who signed a big contract. Long snapper is Cameron Kayday. Hiker is Jordan Berry. And the kick returner is Ryan Shazier, Juju Smith-Schuster, and Artie Burns. Punt returner, Ryan Switzer, Antonio Brown, we don't need that, and Cameron Sutton. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's your depth for the Pittsburgh Steelers 2018 season. You heard my rap. So, the next segment, we're going to talk about the Steelers and the Cleveland Brownies in Week 1 of the NFL season on the Triple B Experience. I'm your host, Bad Bubba Brewer. Stay tuned.
The Triple B Experience.
We'll return after these messages.
For all your heating and cooling needs, service and installation, Contact our friends at Complete Comfort Heating and Air Conditioning. 412-513-3001. Doesn't your family deserve complete comfort?
Battaglia Home Inspections, the only place you need to go for pre-purchase, pre-list, or general home inspections. Battaglia Home Inspections is available to discuss how our services can meet your needs. Our impartial and experienced inspectors can help you make an educated real estate investment. Pennsylvania State Certified Real Estate Inspectors, servicing Beaver County, Butler County, and surrounding areas. For more information, go to BattagliaHomeInspections.com or give them a call at 724-987-3770.
You're listening to Idiot Radio, taking it to the edge and back.
Vapor Connection in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Premier vaping lounge and proprietor of vaping supplies. We carry everything from mods and accessories to the widest selection of e-liquids in Pittsburgh. Visit our shop in Blawnox and sample e-juice from America's best suppliers. Vapor Connection, Pittsburgh's premier vapor and shop lounge. Vape easy at the Vapor Connection. For more information, go to vaporconnectionllc.com.
Looking for a creative idea for meetings, business lunches, and special events? Call Spiels on Wheels, food truck and catering, and take the stress away. For more information, call them at 724-244-9881 or on Facebook at facebook.com/spielson.wheels.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Triple B Experience. I'm your host, Bad Bubba Brewer, and thanks for sticking around and being a fan and being supportive. So you can listen to the Triple B Experience on idiotradio.net, SoundCloud, iTunes, iHeart, and YouTube. And you can check myself on all my informational pop culture about Steelers, wrestling, movies, comic books, everything I like on the Triple B Experience Facebook page, and also the discussion on the Triple B Experience page, which was done by my girlfriend Tammy, who set that up for me, so we can get some discussions in and chit-chat a little bit, and I can hear your feedback. So we're on our way. Like I said, this is a big-time weekend for me. This is episode number 8 of the podcast experience, and I also stated the Steelers are playing against the Cleveland Brownies, but also I want to give my analysis on every Steeler game this season, and we'll see how we go from there. Okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, the first game is against the Cleveland Brownies. Okay? And my analysis on that game is the Steelers are going to win. No doubt. But the thing is, though, they have to play a little better than they were playing last year against Cleveland. The Steelers' quarterbacks have to play good against the Brownies' wide receivers. And the offensive line of the Steelers have to slide and pass protect Big Ben against Myles Garrett, because Myles Garrett doesn't like Big Ben and has been talking trash since they drafted him, and hopefully Ben can shut him up. And also, Stephon Tuitt and Cam Hayward goes against the Brownies O-line. Hopefully they tear him up and go from there. And I'm looking for James Conner to have a big game, and also returning Antonio Brown, who hasn't played all preseason, so that'll be his first appearance, and see how this first-team offense goes the whole game, and we'll see if the defense can bend but don't break, which scares me. But my pick, like I said, on the first game of the season with a win is the Pittsburgh Steelers. So anyway, the second game, because I'm going to go my picks for the whole season, guys. So my second pick is the second game, is the Steelers versus Kansas City. Pittsburgh, they don't play very good at Kansas City, and the last time they played them, they beat them when they were undefeated. They beat them the last 2 times, but I am going to roll the dice. I'm going to roll the dice, and I'm going to pick not Kansas. I'm going to pick the Steelers over Kansas City, so they'll be going 2-0. Okay, So here we go. I'm going to take the third game is the Steelers versus Tampa Bay. Steelers never play good in Tampa. And it's going to be hot. And hopefully they can maintain it because the humidity down there might kill them. But I'm going to take, as a trap game, this is my trap game. Because they're going to be coming off the big win in Kansas City. And it's hard for me to not pick the Steelers at all time, but I have to be reasonable, people. They can't go undefeated every year. It doesn't work that way. So I'm going to take, in the upset, I'm going to take Tampa Bay. So the Steelers are 2-1. Fourth week, the Steelers play the Ravens. I hate the Ravens with a passion. So it's going to be a slugfest, Apollo Creed, Rocky Balboa kind of fight, with the Steelers being Rocky Balboa, of course. So I'm taking Pittsburgh with a win. Okay, now this one's going to be tough in the fifth week, because Pittsburgh's going 3-1 of my picks going into play the Atlanta Falcons. And I don't know if it's going to be an offensive shootout, so whoever scores last, and that Steeler defense is not tough enough for me. So I hate to say this, I'm going to have to take the Atlanta Falcons. Hopefully I'm wrong, and hopefully I'm wrong in all these losses that I picked, but we'll have to wait and see. So I'm taking them to beat the Steelers, so I'm giving them a loss. So Steelers in week 6. Cincinnati. I hate Cincinnati. I hate everything from Ohio. No offense, people who live in Ohio. I like the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and the Steeler and the Football Hall of Fame, which is all Steelers in there anyway. So that's two things I do like. I didn't like Cedar Point when I was a kid. And when I wrestled out there in the Cleveland Wrestling Alliance at Turner Hall, it was chaotic because I was in the pits of hell wrestling in Cleveland. But I am taking the Steelers over Cincinnati. So that gives them 4-2 going into the bye week. I'm going to take them 4-2 going into bye week. That's pretty good, I think. And the thing is, though, after the bye week, the Steelers play the Browns again. So they have this opposition of their own interdivision for consecutive weeks here. So I'm taking the Steelers over the Brownies. It'll be close. The Browns are not getting to be a laughingstock. I think they'll beat some teams, and I think they'll beat Cincinnati, but they're not beating the Steelers twice this season. There's no way Pittsburgh's going to beat them. So that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5-2 going into Steelers-Ravens. I hate the Ravens, but I'm going to go with a split. I'm going to take, which I don't like this at all because it sickens me, but I'm just trying to be real here because when you cut me, I bleed black and gold. I'm a yinzer. You know, I'm a typical yinzer. But I'm going to take the Ravens. I don't know. This rest of the schedule is tough as hell. Okay, I'm going to take the Ravens. I don't like this, but I'm going to do it. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5-3 going against the Carolina Panthers. I'm taking the Steelers in that one. Okay. That'll be a good one, but I'm taking Pittsburgh. And in Week 11, this is return revenge. We're 0-2 against these guys in less than over a year. I hate them. I hate them. I despise them. They don't have an offense, but they have a great defense. And we have to shut them down. We have to do something, stop them in a possession, stop their run attack. I don't know what we got to do, throw the kitchen sink at them. But I'm taking the Steelers over the Jaguars. I am. Call me crazy. I can't see them beating us 3 times in a row. It gave us salty, just a bitter, salty taste in everybody's mouth. So, I'm I'm not doing that. Okay, I'm going to go in week 12. We're in week 12 now. This is a hard rest of the end of the season here, people. The Steelers going into Denver, playing the Denver Broncos, and but the good thing about it is the Denver Broncos suck. So I'm taking Pittsburgh. Taking Pittsburgh. That'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8-3, I believe. Yes, 8-3. Okay, this one. I'm taking the Steelers versus the Chargers. Taking Pittsburgh over the Chargers. They're playing 3 weeks AFC West opponents. And they will win against the Chargers, but they will lose. This is another trap game. They will lose to the Raiders because they have this other team coming, and they're going to be thinking ahead. So I got a loss with the Raiders. And this one is the fucking... Oh, excuse me. Didn't mean to swear. This one is the match. That should have been an AFC Championship again, but they got outplayed by Jacksonville. This is the return match of the Jesse James situation of last year, and I am taking the Steelers all the way in this one. I do believe in my heart they will finally beat Tom Brady and end this hellacious curse. So that's a win. Now they got to go against the Saints. I don't know if they can stop Drew Brees. It'll be another offensive shootout. I'm taking the Saints. Not by choice, people. This is not by choice. And the last game of the season, I'm taking the Steelers over Cincinnati. And those are all my picks for the 2018 Steeler regular season. That will give the Steelers, let me count them up, people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 11 and 5. That gives them 11 and 5. I could hope for 12 and 4 and 13 and 3. That would be great. But I'm trying to be as realistic as I can. But that's my picks on the rest of the season. Because this whole podcast has been mostly about the Steelers because we're kicking off the Steelers season. I know I'm not going to be able to do every podcast for every game because I usually do Facebook Live. But I will try to do more podcasts more than once a month. Trying to get a couple out. This is 2 this month, I believe. And I'm just trying to get the word out, spreading the word. I got a big weekend at El Patty's to kick off the season at 12 o'clock downtown Indiana, Pennsylvania to kick off the Steelers against the Cleveland Browns. Anybody that's in the area, please show up, show your support. Have a drink on me. Great song by AC/DC. And then that's going to be all, ladies and gentlemen, for podcast number 8 of the Triple B Experience. We got a lot talked about, and hopefully my rap tune takes off, because I think I'm a hell of a rapper. Not really. But I tried, and that's what... You don't do nothing unless you try, people. So I'm trying. I try to do different stuff every day. So, ladies and gentlemen, check us out on idiotradio.net. Support that. On YouTube, iHeart, SoundCloud. And check all those sites. Click me on Facebook, on the Triple B Experience Facebook page. If you're not on it already, you need to be on it. I got over 500 likes. Thank you very much, everybody. Big clap to everybody. I love the support. And I support all you guys. If you guys got something, I'll put it on the page. I'll talk about it on my podcast. I'm looking to get some t-shirts made. Just trying to get some stuff once I get everything situated in my personal life in order, because I got a lot of stuff to do in this next chapter of my life. So, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for listening. You're listening to the Triple B Experience. I'm your host, Bad Bubba Brewer. Go Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm looking for a 7th Super Bowl ring this year. Doesn't matter how we get there, let's just get there. So once again, thanks everybody. I'm your host, Bad Bubba Brewer, and you're listening to the Triple B Experience. Have a great day and a better tomorrow.